Today on Pricklist I present to you a wonderful expansion to the new Viking Village set. Have fun! After 16 long years, the Vikings make their long-awaited return to the LEGO world, starting with the Creator 3-in-1 set, which was released in the spring of 2022, which lets you build 3 different models, including a Viking ship, a large wolf, and a Viking hut. And now in October with the LEGO Ideas set 21343. Exactly to this set I present you today an extension by the mock designer Cookie, which created with 265 parts a legendary expansion that bears the name Harbor, and the expansion costed me just under $80, which was mainly due to the 3 minifigures with helmet and weapon accessories, but also the buffalo. If you omit these, you can definitely save a lot. I do not want to keep you in suspense, but start directly with building this thing. First we start by building a long base consisting of many base plates and larger stones for stabilization. Then ice is built in the water with different parts and next the pier of the harbor. When you're done with that, you continue with the floor structure, which is similar to the original set with the exception of these transparent parts that are supposed to be a water puddle, and in the middle of the platform a large rock is placed to cover the otherwise empty space. The last part of the new extension of the harbor that we built is this gate, decorated with dragon heads which are supported with round 2x2 blocks. What was already noted by you in my last video on the Eldorado Fortress extension was that you wanted minifigures. In this expansion not only are there 3 minifigures that we are now building, but also a buffalo that makes the village even more alive included. Now that we are done, I want to show you the new module and the 3 minifigures in more detail before we connect this to the rest of the village. Here we have first of all a knight. Why the mock designer chose this one remains a mystery to me, maybe as a small homage to the Lion Knight's castle. Nevertheless, I like this figure very much and it looks not so out of place as you will see later on. Continuing with the first real Viking, this one has the same body as the Viking chieftain from the original set, but a different face and leg print and a nice mustache in addition. I love the helmet he's wearing because it always reminds me of the helmets of Rohan from the Lord of the Rings, and then he bears a shield with axes on it and a spear. And now for the last figure, which is similar in equipment, only instead of the spear wears a hammer and the shield also has the different pattern, and he uses the same body as the Viking woman of the original set. The face and the mustache are also different as well. Last but not least we have the buffalo, which to my delight was very surprisingly on the parts list. This one has 2 long horns and a 1x2 stone in the middle of his body. He really provides life in the village because except for the fish which have long ceased to breathe, this one is the only animal that is alive in the village. But now I want to introduce you to the new module, which is actually what this is all about. On the one hand, it consists of 2 parts of jetty on both sides, whereby it is flatter on one side and is raised at the actual docking point, where we benefit from the great 3-in-1 set so that ships can dock here. Then we have in the middle, next to the stone that serves as a good place filler, another empty box that lies next to it on the ground. The floor itself, as noted earlier, is offset with stone patterns and ice patches, just like the original set. A nice detail are these water puddles. Over the middle of the module is a beautiful gateway which is decorated with dragon heads that breathe fire, which reminds me of Nordic myths and fits, especially in this brown color tone, wonderfully into the village. Before the jetty with the docking position we see some ice floes, which were built very imaginative, including such cloud parts which you really do not see every day. If we now want to connect the module with the Viking Village, we are asked in the instructions to make two small adjustments. First, we have to turn this part on the roof so that the column does not hit it, and second, move the red Technic part of the Forge module to the other side. After that, we are good to go to connect the new extension to the rest of the Viking Village. The only comment I have is that I either built something wrong or this new way of connecting the modules doesn't work so well, because it doesn't want to hold together for me, so for now I just push them together without them being connected. After the long introduction, I also want to show you a few shots of the new extended village. The village was already nice without the expansion, but definitely still lacked that certain something. The expansion creates a nice open space that the village can definitely use. Then with the 3 minifigures, which make the village look much more alive and no longer so deserted, and the buffalo, which acts as a wildcard and makes it even better. Looking at the set with the expansion, I have to say, I can't imagine it without it, and honestly, if I wasn't familiar with it, I wouldn't know it wasn't part of the original, which is also the reason for my fascination with such expansions. As soon as I see a new expansion being uploaded, I can't hesitate any longer and have to grab it immediately, which is why there are 2 more Viking Village expansions planned for the next few weeks that you can look forward to. Okay guys, as always, I thank you for watching and I'm grateful for every subscription and every like, so that I may still present exciting mocks for you in the future. I wish you a nice day and hope you stay healthy. That was it on Prickless. Bye.